let's talk about Young Miami foolish behind, and the fact how she trying to pander to the gays now. Because, you know, when all else fails with your career, who do they run to? The faggots. So apparently, Young Miami has curated a capsule collection featuring the phrase "the gays" that she will be selling and giving the proceeds from to support GLAAD for LGBTQ plus programming. So this is where it all goes wrong. Not only is she trying to pander to the gays, but she's also trying to help support GLAAD, who, you know, we just had a conversation about GLAAD being complicit in the whole genocide that was going on in Gaza and Palestine, that whole sort of situation. And here she go jumping in this situation. So it says the move comes after she attended the GLAAD Awards in New York City last week. She shared a teaser video for the drop on social media, featured the caption "Surprise drop on Friday, May 17th, in celebration of Pride Month coming this June." Saying this one is for, in caps, she put "the gays." A portion of the proceeds will be donated to GLAAD for the LGBTQ plus programming. What I should have did was I should have showed y'all this clip so that way this ad. Now, hold on a second. Well, I pull that up in case y'all didn't see it. Of course, they had to find the biggest sissy with the greasiest lips to be the promoter of this ad. But look, I don't make the news. I just report it. Please hold.
What's going on? I'm Supervisor Sexy here at the Gays. This is the Gays Guide to get your summer activated. Rule number 1, make sure all stretch marks are visible to bring the boys in. Rule number 2, make sure you leave all boys behind who are not worth your time. And most importantly, rule number 3, make sure you shop all CarishaPlease.com.
Okay. So look, we're gonna leave that picture like that. But anyway, so but now Carisha is being dragged on social media. But here's what she said before we get to that, before the drag H, in case you're not aware. So she said, in light of gay pride, I want to do something for the LGBTQ community, which is a big part of my fan base. This is what she said in a press statement. Oftentimes, I feel they're left out, so I wanted to celebrate and dedicate this collection to them to make sure they feel seen and heard. It's funny. Well, look, at least she's early with her shit, because, you know, she gives me like she's no different than the rest of these organizations that, you know, June 1st, y'all all for the pride, y'all all for the gays, y'all all for the community. And then when July 1st roll around, all of a sudden y'all done disappeared. I was like, where all the people went? Where's Disney? Where's Wells Fargo? Where's Chipotle? Where's all them people that was out here talking about they live for the gays, and y'all be doing your little special milkshakes or whatever at your favorite, you know, food spot. But then July 1st come around, and it's like, well, the rainbows is gone. So the people was reminding her over, you know, some posts that she posted in the past. And she received backlash from the community. And there was a tweet that she posted back in 2018 regarding the idea of having a gay son. Now, she said in the post, oh boy, she said, boy, oh boy, if I ever see any type of gay-ish in my son, I'm going to beat that boy so bad. And this is what she said on January 28th of 2013. But she has apologized, and she posted on social media. She said, my deepest apologies and heart goes out to those who have that tweet and were offended by that. The City Girls appreciate all the support no matter what their sexuality is. The comments I made about Haitians, I was wrong and immature. She said something about Haitians. And immature to even let my opinion about an individual person be my opinion about an entire culture. Some users on social media also brought up the old tweets in response to the new merch. So and then, you know, she also revealed on Jason Lee that she's bisexual, and, you know, she's good Judy's with Saucy Santana. And she posted, and some of the people in the tweets posted this. It said she the same person that said she would beat her son if he was gay. Another person posted, stop using gayness as an accessory. That's basically what it all sums up to, in my opinion. Another person put, you must be down bad if you got to invoke the same community of people you beat your child if they were a part of. Nasty work. Another person tweeted, so does this mean you won't beat your son if he's gay? Another person tweeted, notice how none of the gays like this? Yeah, we don't. And another person put, I don't understand why you would want to donate anything to our community when you would beat your son for being a part of it. Just want something to make sense. This is what Lolo Lavish had to say. Another person put, I know people can change, but didn't Young Miami double down on her comment, or am I tripping? And number two, isn't Glad purposely failing to acknowledge queer Palestinian lives, or am I tripping? Well, no, you're not tripping, because we talked about that with the whole, them being complicit in the whole genocide, and being a part of an organization that is failing to acknowledge, queer Palestinian people. So when people come out here and talk about, oh, y'all should be caring about, why you worrying about them people over there? Because them same people that you trying to protect or you trying to fight for would kill you if you went over to their part of the world. And it's like, but wait a minute, y'all seem to forget that Palestinian people are also, there's LGBTQ, or we'll just say generalizing, we'll say, to put it under the whole umbrella, there are queer Palestinian people that are being affected by this as well. There are also queer Palestinian people in America who are seeing their families being massacred in real time. And also, let's not forget that we live in a society right now, America, that they're rolling back the rights of LGBTQ people as we speak. They're cracking down on trans people using bathrooms. They're cracking down on drag queens reading to kids. They're cracking down on a lot of situations. And like I said, we have organizations that are trying to pull out of pride events because they're worried about MAGA and all these other bigots that's coming out that's coming after the gays. While politicians are trying to roll back our rights, not just queer lives, but Black lives. Or we have cops out here openly shooting people because they're living in an open carry state, and you knock on my door because you're thinking that this is the door that the police is supposed to kick in, and they're looking for a suspect. And so the guy hears somebody banging on his door and he hears this ruckus, and now he's spooked, and then he goes and grabs his gun. This is a dude that has a license to carry his gun. The minute he opened his door, the cops didn't even acknowledge, tell him drop the weapon, whatever the case was. They just started opening fire. So we live in a society where in our own backyard we're being affected by this stuff. So when people come out here and start saying like we need to worry about, well, why we worrying about them people over there? Because the same shit that's happened over here there can happen here, if not already. That's why. And we need to stop always giving a damn about, or kind of being dismissive of other people because you think you're not affected. Because when they done with them people, you don't think they coming after your ass next? Another person put, not Young Miami trying to pander to get LGBT fans. Girl, bye, we belong to Nicki. Now, child, I'm not even going to go there with that, because didn't Nicki Minaj say some homophobic stuff too? Like when it came down to the church or whatever, but she said, look, she go with what God say. So I don't belong to nobody. None of these divas and stuff move me in regards of like gay community and all that other stuff. Except maybe Madonna, because she's always been at the forefront before it was popular. Then another person said, "Didn't you beat your son? I mean, did you say you beat your son if he was gay?" So now now you parent to the gay. So now we pretty much got a gist that everybody's going in on Young Miami and saying that she's pretty much using the community for attention. And I truly believe that. It's like, girl, I'm not. First of all, you're not getting a dime out of me. If y'all want to go and y'all want to support, be my guest. But I'm not giving somebody money that, hey, you said that shit about. Like, I don't feel like, on one hand, I do feel like we should allow people to evolve and people to change. I'm not buying it from her. I just feel like that you said what you said, you believe what you believe, but now you're in a space where it could potentially not get you opportunities, and that you won't be able to get. Because, a lot of times when it comes down to it, celebrities will run to the gays because they know they're the loyal fan base, and they'll support them. And we've seen this happen before. There's been conversations that I've had on this show and with queer, organizers and queer Black organizers, people who do like Black pride events, or any kind of pride event where they're inviting, where they're inviting rappers or musicians or like a Trina type or whatever the case is. I'm not saying Trina is like this, because I don't think she is. But when you invite these big name celebrities like a Carisha and all these other people to perform at Black Pride, instead of putting your money into these actual artists who make music for us, FUBU, for us, by us. When you got these queer artists that are actually out here making music for the community, when you got queer rappers, real rappers that can spit, the stud rappers, the gay rappers. I'm not talking about Lil Nas X. Like, there's so many other lists of queer artists that are out here that are making music. When you're not inviting them to these spaces and using that money to give them a platform to perform and get their name out there, because you're thinking that the only way you could draw people to these events is because you have to get a Carisha, and them Carishas be the same ones that behind the scenes, and I've had people tell me this has happened. that these same people that come in there and get that $100,000 check that y'all made out to get these artists there be the same ones that be sitting there calling you all kinds of sissies and punks and shit in them rooms while they getting ready. So we need to move away from that. Not all skin folk are kinfolk. We have to be vigilant and smart enough to know, like, when certain people are actually for us and when people are pandering to us because they know the gays, they can get some money out, they can get a quick coin out of us. So let me know what y'all think down below. Do y'all care enough to buy these merch? Are y'all planning on supporting Carisha and Glad's fake ass and this whole, proceeds and campaign and fashions and merch or whatever the hell it is? Let me know in the comments down below.